Hello everyone, I am Imran Ali, Assistant Professor, Department of MBA, Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. This is lecture 23, unit 3rd, where I will discuss inventory models. I will discuss what exactly the models are, what are the different types of the model, and I will discuss in detail about economic order quantity, which is one of the model of the inventory management. Inventory models, why they are being required, why, what is the importance of the inventory model, because every organization must be clear about that how much to order and when to order. I mean to say, organization need to be very much clear about that what are the required item, what are the required number of the goods that a particular organization should have, because it is meaningless to keep unnecessary or high number of the goods into inventory, which unnecessarily is going to build a extra cost to them, and also it is not advisable or desirable for the organization that they will be having a huge number of the items into their bucket. So, it is advisable, it is good for the company to keep a minimum inventory, to keep an optimum inventory, which can run and can fulfill the objective of the organization and contribute in the overall profitability of the organization. So, basically there are three inventory model. The first model, it is the basic economic order quantity. Basic economic order quantity says that how much, what is the optimum number of the goods that a particular organization need to order. So, here we are only trying to identify basic number or the how much it is the quantity that a particular organization had to order. Next, it is the economic production quantity model. Economic production quantity model, what does it says, that every organization do not produce goods continuously. Every organization do not produce good continuously, they may produce goods into interval. It is because goods are not are always in demand, or the goods are not into so much demand that the company can maintain continuous production. On the other hand, if company adopt a continuous production system, produce quantity is so much that it lead to extra inventory, which again it is becoming a problem of organization. So, in those organization where continuous production system is not being followed or adopted, and the production it is being made into batches, production it is being made into batches or lots. So, here this production quantity model will decide if production had to happen into the batches, what should be the quantity of batch, how many numbers should be produced in a particular batch in a particular at particular point of time, so that these the goods are in the position to contribute to the organization profitability, but ultimately do negatively do not affect the profitability of the company. Next, it is about the discount model. Discount model indicate that larger quantity you purchase, more it is going to buy. But here we will try to identify that our total cost should be minimum. So, the quantity discount model will offer number of the total cost and discount, and we will try that which discount is more profitable to the customer, where total cost is minimum. So, the quantity discount model will tell you the cost is minimum, which one is better for the consumer to obtain. So, there are three inventory model. The first, it is basic economic order quantity, where optimum number or specific number we are trying to obtain, that how much we have to order, which is more economical and feasible. Next, it is about the economic production quantity model. Those organization who do not follow continuous manufacturing system and they are manufacturing into batches, they are manufacturing into lots. So, how much lots they need to produce in, so that it is not impacting much operation or inventory of the organization. And third one, it is about the quantity discount model, that company is offering much discount or many option to get the discount, but consumer will try to identify out of these various alternative or option that the company has given to us, which option is having least cost, where the cost is minimum. So, the quantity discount model will offer or will tell us the minimum cost model. So, the first one, it is about the basic economic order quantity model. The first one we will discuss in detail. EOQ model identify the optimum order quantity, which we optimum order quantity by minimizing the sum of certain costs that vary with the order size and order frequency. So, objective of the EOQ is what? It is to identify optimal order quantity. The objective is what? To identify the optimal order quantity. And what we have to minimize? We need to minimize the order cost that involved into the EOQ. What we have to minimize? We holding cost, or which is being called as the carrying cost. So, the this economic order quantity will try to help the organization to know what is the optimum or fixed number of the item that a particular company need to place an order, and how the annual cost of holding or ordering can be minimized. So, this is the primary objective or primary reason why economic order quantity model came into existence. I repeat, economic order quantity model, it is to identify optimum order quantity in a time, at a time, how many numbers of item a company should give as order. So, it is called as the optimum order quantity, and here we should try to minimize our holding cost or carrying cost. Now, there are few types of the cost that involve into inventory management, and we should have a clarity over these type of cost, so that we can better understand that what kind of inventory tactics have to be followed by the organization. The first, it is about holding cost. Holding cost, it is what? Cost associated with holding or carrying over time. Holding cost, it is related with carrying or holding goods for certain period of time, for few months or few quarter or a year. So, whatever expenses an organization will incur to maintain this inventory, it is inventory cost. For example, the item that a particular company, it is a retail organization, its item are not being sold into this season, they have kept it into their inventory till the next same season to come, they will keep into their inventory and they are supposed to incur certain cost over it. It is holding cost. Holding cost and carrying cost is same. Holding cost and carrying cost is same. So, the holding cost, it is we are holding the item for some period of time, and it is therefore, the concept of just in time, JIT, just in time, it is JIT, just in time came into existence, and it says that organization need not to keep inventory or item more than its requirement. Whatever is the requirement, only keep minimum, need not to keep into the much quantity, because they are going to lead or add extra cost to the organization. So, the holding cost, similarly we say most of the multinational corporation, they are using some software, or they are certain companies have developed certain software which help the organization to track that how many goods are there at a particular period of time and how many goods are being required. So, these software which help to track, through which the company do not keep the inventory much, they are in the position to keep the inventory low and to bring down their cost lower. Next, it is about the ordering cost. It include cost of supply, it include cost of supply, forms, order processing and purchasing, clerical support. So, ordering cost is what? Whenever you will place an order, you will incur certain order cost, and order cost, what components are having? It is cost of supply. When you will supply, some cost will be involved. It is certain form or order processing is being involved over there. Next, it is about the setup cost. Setup cost, when you will start equipment or machinery from fresh, because there are certain businesses or there are certain manufacturing where production does not remain continuously, it happen into part. For example, those organization where production happen into the lot or production happen into the batches, for example, Boeing, Airbus, the companies who are into the aircraft manufacturing, they do not do their manufacturing into continuously, they are doing into batches. So, one batch will be finished and the second batch has to started, you need to incur certain cost to restart your operation, and once certain cost is being incurred to restart your operation, it is being called as setup cost to restart the businesses. So, or processes or production flow. So, this is being called as the setup cost. In the inventory management, holding cost and ordering cost are very important. Holding cost and ordering cost are same. Holding cost and carrying cost are same. Holding cost is related how long you keep the inventory. Ordering cost, it is that you place the order and what expenses you are supposed to incur. This is being graphically being shown. It is about the ordering cost. So, we can say that ordering cost and holding cost are inverse to each other. Holding cost and carrying cost are inverse to each other. If over a period of time we have identified that ordering cost is continuously declining, but holding cost is continuously increasing. If the holding cost and inventory cost, holding cost plus ordering cost can be sum up, we will be able to calculate our total cost. So, this portion, it is of our holding cost, which is this portion, and this D upon QS, it is our ordering cost. So, they are inverse to each other. As and when the ordering cost is continuously coming down or it is continuously falling, but on the other hand the holding cost is increasing, and in order to calculate the total cost, we can use this formula Q upon 2H plus D upon QS. This portion, it is part of holding cost and this portion, it is the part of ordering cost. We can calculate it separately, we can calculate it together also, but this is how the total cost will be calculated. Now, this is the basic economic order quantity model. Into this quantity model, we will identify certain item. Basic economic order quantity, this is the model where we will identify that these are some places. For example, here it is what? A department store or a retail store, it is having full goods, they are having sufficient number of the quantity of the good, and this is the point which mid or average we can call it, it is the point reorder point. Now, if the sales will be there and it is sales, it is coming down, this will be the point where the organization will feel like, okay, we need to place the next order, or we need to identify that this is the point where we need to place the next order, so that this order need to get empty or out of stock, a next order need to came into. So, this point it is reorder point. Reorder point, it is the point where we need to place the order again before items get empty, before our stock or our inventory get empty. So, the reorder point is important. When before our item get exhausted, we need to place a new order. Next, this is the lead time. Lead time, it is what? That here we have placed the order, and this is the time where our supply has came to the company. Understand? This is the point where we as an organization has placed the order, and this is what the lead time. So, the time of placing order this and obtaining is this. So, there may be certain nature of the goods or quantity of the goods which take more time, the lead time is very high, and there may be certain item or the goods where the lead time is very minimum. Company need to understand or realize that if lead time is high, our reorder point should keep very carefully. Reorder point has to be decided considering what is the lead time. If the lead time is high, reorder point will be earlier. If the lead time is lower, immediately the goods can be supplied or came, our reorder points can be and this is the sloping downward. This portion, it is called as demand rate. It is the rate at which our products are being demanded into the companies. I repeat, it is the quantity of the goods that we are having, it is rate of the demand. So, still our consumer goods are being demanded till here, we will place a next order, so that till the time it totally get exhausted, the new order need to came. And the lead time is what? It is the time when we have placed an order and the new order has been and the order has came into the organization. So, this difference between the placing the order and the order being received by the organization, it is being classified as the lead time, and lead time and reorder times had to be decided very carefully. Now, how we can decide the optimum quantity, which is the objective of the economic order quantity? That optimum number, the EOQ objective is what? We have to calculate the optimum number of the goods that have to be classified by the organization. Now, we have to calculate over here two things. Just see the question. A manufacturer has to supply his customer 3600 unit. So, D is how much? It is 3600 units of his produce per year. Inventory carrying cost or holding cost, it is same, it is 1.2 per unit per annum, and setup cost or ordering cost is same, that is carrying cost, that is ordering cost. So, ordering cost, it is about 80. We have to calculate two, we have to know what is the optimum economic order quantity and what is the optimum number of orders. I repeat, holding cost and carrying cost is same, ordering cost and setup cost is same, only the terminology can be changed. So, when we will calculate the economic order quantity, we could be using the formula, it is 2 ds upon h. D, it is annual demand that the organization is getting, it is the setup cost or ordering cost, and H, it is the holding cost. So, here we have got, it is 2 into the demand, it is the annual demand, it is what? 3600, the ordering cost or setup cost, it is 80, and it is the holding cost, it is 1.2. So, we will get over here by working over here, it is how the 693 will be the optimum quantity that an organization have to order. EOQ is telling the optimum number of the goods that an organization has to place, it is 693. And how we came to know? We have to apply this formula in order to calculate the EOQ, it is 2ds upon H. Next we have to calculate optimum number of the order. So, optimum number of the order, how it can be calculated? The optimum orders can be calculated by the total demand, and total demand, it is how much? It is 360, and it is how much EOQ or quantity is there? It is 693. Optimum number of order can be calculated by demand upon EOQ. So, this our annual demand, it is what? It is 3600, and how much it is the EOQ, it is 693. So, we came to know it is about 5.19. So, it is about the optimum number of order. So, approximately 5 orders are to be placed by the organization, and optimum number of the items are to be placed by the company, that in order to get the profitability. So, this is how we came to know how our EOQ can be calculated and how we can place the certain organization. Same we can see the formula, same question we can identify how we can see. It is ABC Corporation got a demand for a particular parts at 10,000 unit per year. The cost per unit, it is 2, and its cost rupees 36 to place an order to process. The inventory carrying cost is estimated at 9% of its average inventory. We have to calculated economic order quantity. We need to calculate optimum number of the orders to be placed per annum, and it is the minimum order cost of inventory. So, these has been classified by the organization. What will be the economic order quantity? The optimum number of the order that a particular organization can place, and it is the optimum number of the order. So, what we have to say again, the first question what does say? We have to calculate, it is about EOQ, and the formula will remain same, it is 2 ds upon H. 2 it is annual demand, S it is setup cost, and H it is about holding cost. Next, the here we will identify 2, the demand, it is how much? It is 10,000. Setup cost, it is the setup cost, it is 36. Holding cost, it is the cost per unit is rupees 2, and the cost 36 to place an order into the process. So, what it is 2% into 0.09. So, EOQ has came into existence, it is 2000 unit, it is 2000 unit has came. Next, it is about optimum number of the order to be placed per annum. So, what will be the optimum number of the order that we will get? Optimum order. Optimum order are to be get about annual demand upon EOQ. Annual demand, it is what? It is 10,000, and it is upon 2000. So, it is how 5 came into existence. Next, third, it is says minimum total cost of inventory per annum. So, minimum cost of inventory we could be calculated, it is upon the total cost individually we can, okay, it is Q upon 2 D plus it is total cost can be calculated is Q upon 2 H plus D upon QS. As I told you earlier that this is the portion of the carrying cost and this is the portion of order cost. So, if we sum individually, the total cost quantity can be calculated. Similar question it is there, we have to identify the optimum number of the order. Again the same formula will be used, it is 2 D S upon H. It is expected number of the order. Expected number of the order will be calculated as whatever the annual demand D and what is the EOQ will came. It is expected time in between. So, expected time between will be calculated. Expected time is been calculated number of working days. Number of working days are what? 200 days, and upon it is the number of placed order, number of order that are being placed. So, similar question it is this which I earlier used. EOQ can be calculated by the same formula, expected of number in 1 year how many order have to be placed, and between 1 and 2 order how much gap need to be happen. So, that can be calculated by number of working days, in this case it is 200 divided by number of expected order. So, a gap in between 2 order will came. Again same question it is there that we can calculate with the same formula. So, this is all about inventory models and the cost structure or EOQ order that a particular organization can use, and how optimal order quantity and expected number of order can be calculated. So, I have shown you certain numerical and formula, with the help of that we can calculate optimum EOQ and expected number of the order. Thank you so much.